In this video, I'm going to be giving you 5 years worth of high ticket sales advice in the next 10 minutes. Let's start the timer. Let's go. So, the first thing is you've got to be patient, right? A lot of people, a lot of beginners with making money online, aka the business opportunity space, are sold the dream, the facade, the psyop that, again, it's going to be easy, it's going to be overnight. And again, what a lot of these people are brought in with typically is the Lamborghinis, parties and yachts in Miami, all that type of stuff. This is what we see. This is we're sold the dream, right? At the end of the day, anything great will take time. I believe that I was going to make 400K in commissions my first 1 to 2 years. That was very, very far from. I didn't land anywhere near that expectation. So make sure that you think a little bit longer term and understand your goals might take a little bit longer than you've been marketed and advertised to. The next thing is the make money online tax. Now, this is a term that I've come up with that I've kind of labeled my own. I haven't heard it anywhere else, so I might be wrong. But it's the idea that with make money online tax, it's any business vehicle you try and do, SMMA, affiliate marketing, dropshipping, e-com, all that type of stuff. Just the same with high ticket sales. You will have what is called a make money online tax. What I find is a lot of people who've tried business models in the past and come to high ticket sales actually end up doing pretty well because they've already established all the mindsets. They've already made a few mistakes previously attempting other business models, right? With making money online in any facet, in any vehicle, particularly with high ticket sales, you will have an ignorance tax. You will have times where you think that you know everything, but you don't. And you're going to come across roadblocks no matter which way that you spin it. If you get a mentor or you don't, you're going to have setbacks, you're going to have problems. So just understand going into it, you're always going to come across obstacles no matter which way you try to shortcut it or whatever. You're always going to have obstacles you have to overcome. Next thing is don't stay on a bad offer for too long. All too often, I see beginners and even experienced salespeople stay on an offer for way too long than they should. I've had trouble with this in the past. So again, all these problems I've learnt myself. But if you stay on an offer for too long, that's not going to make you the money that you want because you need to understand the filtering skills, the screening skills, the right questions to ask to understand whether or not it's a good offer for you. First, you start with your goal, how much you want to make, what type of company you want to work with, and then you work backwards, right? You set your expectations backwards, but you need to first know where you're heading first. If you don't, and you work with a wrong offer, it can set you back days, weeks, months, even up to a year and years at a time, right? Don't get psyoped and believe that the offer that you're working on is the only offer you can work. There's plenty of opportunity out there. Just make sure you super understand that. Next thing is quitting your job too early. A lot of people, when they get in this industry, get super excited. They get their first job and they're like, sick, this is amazing. I'm going to jump in head first, ankle deep, knee deep, and I'm just going to get after it. For some people, that may work, but for most people, that approach is not very smart. Take a step back and realize the income that you need to achieve to replace your current income before even going full-time in the industry, before going balls to the wall, right? You've got survival, you've got replacement, you've got savings, and you've got dream income, right? I've talked about this in previous videos, right? Make sure that you establish what you need to earn so you can replace your current income, and don't go all in on one offer because, again, it's a commission-only space, so you're very much restricted on your performance, and when you start out, you're going to suck. No matter which way a marketer tries to spin it, even with training, you are just going to get a rude awakening when you first start out. Sales is learned best with repetition. Training will help, but you're not going to earn a lot in the beginning. So make sure that you have that in mind before you make that transition. The next thing is taking offers out of choice and abundance, not desperation. All too often, I see beginners leave at the first offer that they find. Not the best move, right? There's plenty of offers and there's plenty of opportunities out there. So make sure that you develop your networking skills, your personal branding skills, so you can generate enough opportunity so you have offers on the table and you don't just pick the first one that you find. A lot of beginners just jump at the first thing they can find and end up making a pretty bad decision. When we make choices about desperation, we make bad decisions. So to counteract that, you need to make sure that you have a lot of offers on the table and then you network and all that type of good stuff. Okay? Tying to what I just said before, personal brand matters. If your desired companies don't know you, don't know who you are, they won't hire you. Okay. If the top salespeople in the space don't know who you are, they have no idea how they connect with you, how they get connected with you. Okay. You need to have a presence online. There is no way getting around it. I'm not talking about fancy TikTok videos. I'm not talking about Instagram reels. You don't have to make short form content. You don't have to make long form content. You just have to focus on being presentable online so people trust you and people will want to hire you. The first thing a sales rep, an employer, a recruiter looks at is your profile when you send them a message. This is for job application processes. This is for anything. If you have pictures of yourself drinking with your mates, taking drugs, or you just look messy, or you've got a bunch of personal stuff on there that is not professional or business related, you are not going to be seen or associated with that frame that you want. So make sure that you build up content on your profile and you actually make an active effort to do so. Next thing, this is not a side hustle, so don't treat it like one. When people treat high ticket sales like a side hustle, all the time they fail. Because again, the big thing with high ticket sales and really any of these make money online business vehicles is you have to be all in. You have to be committed. When people kind of half-assing it and they're like here nor there and it's just very much a side hustle and they're like, yeah, I'll just kind of build this up on the side, right? That may be okay to start that way, but eventually you really need to transition into a full committed all-in type of mindset, right? There are people out there in the industry that will absolutely floor you. There are hundreds, there are thousands of people joining this industry every single week and month. And so what are you going to do to ensure that you are different from the rest of your competition? It's a dog eat dog world. It's a player versus player world in the sales game, right? You eat what you kill. It's a commission paid sport, right? You pay for your performance. So you need to train hard, you need to work hard, you need to build your brand, and you need to really put a lot of effort and be a lot more committed as opposed to just, if you want to make 10K a month, you have to be a lot more committed. If you're making 6K a month, well, maybe that's a little bit of a different story, but 10, 15, 20, 30K a month, if you want to make these numbers, you have to be a whole lot more committed. The next one is in regards to sales training and the industry in general. Pick 1 or 2 mentors and stick with that. At this current present in time, there is a lot of people in the industry who are saying this way, you have to objection handle your way to 20K a month. You have to do networking. The only thing is important, networking. Your mindset's the only thing. You have to go ground, blah, blah, blah. It's all important, right? But where I see a lot of new people and beginners get distracted with is paying attention to too many people. I did this when I first started out, and it made it a whole lot more complicated for myself than it had to be. So pick 1 or 2 people that you listen to, 1 or 2 mentors, and stick with it, specifically with sales. Don't try and reinvent the wheel and listen to 10 different people. Pick 1 or 2 and focus on them. The next thing is nothing for a while and then all at once, aka long-term thinking. This ties into being patient before, but understanding with high ticket sales, particularly this vehicle, you're going for a very long time, not get the results that you're looking for, and it's going to feel like you're kind of pushing shit uphill. But I can tell you, if you give this a long enough period duration of time and you don't expect amazing exponential results in a very small amount of time, and it's going to benefit you. And the thing is, with the all at once concept, a lot of the times, the little things that you do now, role play training, networking, branding, all that type of stuff, it all counts to a big result. Right? There's a law of accumulation where you got to understand any great financial achievement, anything great is a large sum of hundreds and thousands of micro little actions that you do on a day-to-day basis that no one will ever see appreciate. And then you get your exponential growth. But most people don't make it to that point. So make sure that you understand that even the work that you're putting in now may not seem like it is pushing you to where you want to go. It is. I can guarantee you. Okay? Just keep on putting in the work, keep on putting the focused effort, and you will get to where you want inevitably. There are people out there who've achieved what you want to achieve. And yeah, there's not much else I want to say on that. Last thing is guaranteed placement is BS, right? Guys, guaranteed placement is just straight up not real. Okay? No matter what anyone tells you, 5K, 10K, 15K, whatever it is, you are not special. Really play this scenario in your head. Who is going to give you a 6-figure job for 5K, 10K, 15K, right? It's very rare that this is actually going to happen, right? Maybe if you pay someone 15 grand, maybe, right? But majority of you who are watching my YouTube channel can't afford that, right? And so what I see with a lot of beginners, they get sucked into this narrative that they're going to get guaranteed placement. And then they don't end up getting guaranteed placement. They get stuck in this pipeline for months and years and so on, so on. And they don't know how to get jobs because they don't get taught the skills, because you're told that you're going to get placed anyway. So why would you teach it? Why would teach you the skills to get a job, right? There's no point. So understand, guaranteed placement is a joke. It is not real, and is one of the biggest things that most beginners fall for in this industry. Anybody that tells you guaranteed placement is going to happen within their company is straight up lying to you. I can say that with a lot of confidence and conviction. At least 90-95% of people are definitely straight up lying to you. There is nothing guaranteed in this life. The only thing that's guaranteed is death and taxes. And when you die, you're going to pay more taxes, okay? So anyone's guaranteeing anything, I'd be highly skeptical, okay? So that's a little bit over the time limit, so I'm going to kind of tie the knot in there. But hopefully you enjoyed that video. I try to keep it as concise as possible in the time that I had available. Hopefully you learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next one.